Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more. Hey y'all, I am back again with another video, and in today's video, you see the title, we are going to be speaking about Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift and the drama that the fans are brewing. So if you're interested in that, female rap, pop, conspiracy theories, trending topics, my unpopular opinions, whatever I feel like getting into for real, then go on ahead and subscribe and let's get into this video. Also, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe because at 5K, I'm doing a Q&A for y'all. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so if you guys actually have no idea what's going on with Billie Eilish fans and Taylor Swift fans, which I really think it's just the fans. I don't think it's actually Billie and Taylor themselves, at least not publicly that I've seen. They do not really care for each other like that because basically Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift are battling for the top spot constantly when it comes to music and sales and all types of stuff. Like, who is on the top? Who is the top pop girl right now? Is it Billie or is it Taylor? And that is kind of what the fans go back and forth about. And Billie Eilish fans, as far as I understand, do not like Taylor Swift fans or Taylor Swift in general. And I don't really keep up with Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish stan beefs, but I don't know how far it goes back for the fans getting at each other. Like, I don't know how deep the trilogy is with this. All I know is I saw it more recently when both Taylor and Billie dropped their most recent projects, and it seemed, according to my knowledge, that Billie Eilish fans were getting upset at Taylor for dropping different variants of her album, releasing different versions and different things to kind of block Billie Eilish and other artists from reaching the top album position or the first album positioning on Billboard or something like that. And people were like, oh my gosh, Taylor Swift is fraudulent. Oh my gosh, all she cares about is charting. She's trying to drop other things in spite of other artists to block them from getting the top spot. People felt as though that if she wouldn't have released all the versions that she released of her album, that Billie Eilish probably would have got #1 album instead of Taylor. That is what people are saying. I think people are tired of Taylor Swift because they feel like she purposely sabotages other artists in order to get top positioning, that she releases a whole bunch of different variants. She's known for doing that, and that is to purposely stay ahead of other artists on the chart. Also, I think Billie Eilish fans and also like other people's fan bases in general, people in general are annoyed with Taylor Swift, like Charlie XCX fans, insert here. Other people's fan bases too are very irritated with Taylor because they didn't like this last project as much. Like, obviously her fans and like diehards love the album. They're gonna love anything that their fave puts out, but a lot of other people just found the album mid and just not that great, not that interesting, that the writing was terrible. I did a review on it. It was not captivating to me, and I haven't listened to it since, honestly, with the exception of, excuse me, dang, sorry. With the exception of maybe 2 songs out of that entire album. So I think people are just irritated with Taylor Swift because they feel like she's monopolizing, and with that monopolization, her music is not even that good to match, at least not in this era. So basically, according to my knowledge, that results in Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish fans constantly going back and forth about something on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. It's like comments of one side bashing the other side and one side saying, you guys are mad because we're better than you, XYZ. So apparently there is a debate going on in this big uproar of an issue because Billie Eilish, I guess, outstreamed Taylor Swift. Like, on monthly Spotify listeners, they're both at almost 100 million, but I guess Billie Eilish basically got just a couple thousand more to put her at 98, blah, blah, blah. I'm about to show you the picture. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, Billie Eilish is the new queen of pop. Like, she's the new queen. She has outstreamed Taylor Swift in monthly listeners. She's become #2 in the world, and Taylor Swift has become #3 in the world. Now, according to my research, it seems that this is already switched back. So Taylor Swift is now back at #2 and Billie Eilish is at #3. But there was a point that she surpassed her in monthly listeners for just a moment, and the fans caught it and wanted to gloat. So let's go ahead and show the photo. Okay, so we have here Billie Eilish dethrones Taylor Swift and is now the #1 female artist with the most monthly listeners on Spotify. We have here Billie Eilish's number. I'm not even going to attempt to read that, child. And this is second in the world. And then we have here Taylor Swift numbers, and it says a third in the world. But like I said, according to just looking around a little bit longer, it didn't actually last that long. It actually flipped back very quickly to Taylor Swift being at number second again. So let's go ahead and get into some comments of what people are saying about this update. Some comments read, "Y'all don't post this. She's going to threaten to release another version. Swifties are creating third Spotify accounts as we speak. She ate that girl for lunch. The way Billie, with only 3 albums, dethroned Tay Fraud with her 16 albums, 31 tracks each, 2,000 versions, 30,000 remixes, and 999 voice memos. I swear, Taylor Swift is the biggest flop in the music industry, like mass released 16 albums, yet she still can't compete with Abel and Billie, who only has 3 albums. What a shame." Ooh! So you guys are saying Taylor Swift is only popping because she's released a bunch of different variants and that basically whoever has the less music with the higher streams wins. Well, you know what? That's crazy. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Both of them just slayed this year for real. Oh, Taylor, the bitter chart obsessed aces ain't going to be too happy about this. Taylor's going to drop a remix, and why would she do that when she's already lasted for a day and she's already the female with the most monthly listeners again? Oh, y'all are obsessed, truly. This is outdated already. Taylor has reclaimed the land, which is crazy. It didn't last long at all. Both queens. Taylor is second in the world again. No. Oh, so it's sad how some of you act in a situation like this. Who was first in the world? Swifties support Billie. Billie is third again. Taylor's about to re release all of her discography, but every song ends in a different note. She's back in second position. I bet you won't post about that. Your hate for her is very abundant, please. All evil has been defeated. Didn't last a day. Okay, so that's that. There's a lot of people who don't like to see Taylor Swift fans and Billie Eilish fans fighting or going back and forth because they're both very successful, talented women who are on the top, and that, the fans should get along instead of going back and forth with each other. But some people feel as though, Taylor Swift is fraudulent. Some people feel as though she is obsessed with winning, not obsessed with music, not obsessed with making music, but obsessed with keeping herself at the highest positioning possible, and that she does it on purpose, and that it's not like genuine or organic, meaning like she genuinely just floated to the top, and it's not her fault that she's constantly on the top. She just makes music that people enjoy. But people feel as though she forces herself into these positionings of winning on purpose. She forces herself into the top spot by doing things to, because they know her fans are going to buy. And people just feel like it's not genuine, it's inauthentic. You know what, y'all? I'm a little nervous for this year's Grammys because we do know that Taylor Swift tends to sweep in a lot of major categories every year. And I'm nervous because a lot of people, seem to not really care for this album. There's not a lot of big public hype around it. Obviously, the fans who F with it. But in general, a general sense, people have been bashing this album, right? Saying it was mid, etc., etc. If she wins album of the year for this album and then sweeps in all the other categories that are adjacent to album of the year, oh my gosh, people are not going to be happy because people are already upset at her. Like the other day, Ice Spice was performing and she was performing Karma. And I guess there was people in the audience in another country. I don't know what country it was, who were like putting their thumbs down at Taylor Swift's part. Okay, so I can't play the audio, but Karma is playing in the background. I will get copywritten for that, but they're booing and putting up like the L sign during that portion of the song. So I thought that was interesting. And then there has been drama and outrage with Taylor Swift between other fan bases too. I think people are just tired of the monopolization of Taylor Swift. Like people are tired of it. And I feel like people are going to be heated. The internet is going to be a firestorm if Taylor Swift sweeps in all categories this year because people are tired of her. I haven't seen, just like you remember the other day I made the other video where it's like I haven't seen this much Ice Spice hate in such mass forms since she started her career. Same kind of thing with Taylor. I haven't seen this much Taylor Swift outrage in such mass concentrated quantities in ever. In ever, in forever. So what do you guys think about this whole thing? What do you guys think about the back and forth beef between Billie Eilish stands and Taylor stands and other fan bases? I am interested to know. That is it for this one. I love you dearly. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye. Bye.